Okay, hello, welcome to my presentation. My case is Weeks versus United States. My name is Julio Rodriguez, and as of this recording is November 19th. All right, so let's get started. All right, so lower court and time of case. The lower court was the U.S. District Court for the Western District of Missouri. The year the case was decided was on February 24, 1914, so it's actually a pretty old case, but nonetheless, it is still a very vital case. Facts of the case. So, law enforcement officers entered Vermont Weeks' home without obtaining a legal search warrant from a judge. They searched and seized illegal lottery tickets from his home. The same illegally obtained lottery tickets were the ones that were used in court to find a guilty conviction for Weeks by a federal grand jury. Weeks petitioned to the district court to return his belongings. So, what was the legal issue that came about from this case? So, the big question was the search and seizure made by police a violation of the Fourth Amendment? And is the evidence still allowed to be used in court? So, here's what the court reasoned. The Supreme Court ruled that the way law enforcement seized Weeks' possessions is unconstitutional. It is also stated that the incomprehensive return of his belongings was another additional violation of his constitutional rights. Under the Fourth Amendment protection of unreasonable searches and seizures, this also meant that the court held the use of evidence found against Weeks could not be used against him in court. The court established the exclusionary rule to make illegally obtained evidence inadmissible in court. So, a holding. Supreme Court was in favor of Weeks and decided that it violated his Fourth Amendment rights by unreasonable search and seizure. The vote was a unanimous 9-0. The court held Weeks' constitutional rights were violated because of the search and the refusal to return his belongings. The case was remanded back to the lower courts for further proceedings. So, what came about from this case was that the Supreme Court held that illegally acquired evidence is inadmissible in federal court. Thus, they established the exclusionary rule. And this rule is pretty much an extension of the Fourth Amendment, and it was primarily meant to deter law enforcement from unreasonably searching and seizing, because before this, there was no, I guess, initiative for them. So now that this rule is here, now they have to legally search and seize. So here are my sources and references. I got it from two websites, Justia and Oyas, and that is all for this presentation. Thank you. Let me go ahead and stop the recording. All right.